Boom! We are live. It's Chris Igoe Home Group, powered by Remax Direct, and I need better lighting. Please hold. Well, hopefully you can see me clearly. If not, then get some glasses. All right, it's Get Some Tuesday. We're about to jump on the horn here, hit the triple-headed monster of leads, which of course are the daily expireds, the canceleds, the FSBOs. We're going to hit them now, but before we do, I'm going to tell a little story here that I think will probably benefit you because it certainly helped me. So recently I received a referral, and full disclosure, if you or anyone you know is even thinking of moving to South Florida, we are constantly helping buyers from around the country and around the world buy homes here in South Florida. We absolutely love it. So if that's something we can help out with, we would, if it's applicable, we'd love to pay you a FAT referral fee. We will help them get exactly what they want, and we will get them the best deal possible. All right, so that aside. And if it looks like I just did 10 miles on a bike, that's because I did. But putting that to the side, so we got a referral from one of my friends out in California to meet with her parents. They had hired a realtor that had basically overpromised, underdelivered, didn't do their job, and they were totally fed up with this dude, right? No activity, no communication, no offers. I mean, they were absolutely ready to cancel. They were ready to hire me. And so here's why doing the right thing is always the right thing. So I go there, I meet with them. They are incredibly nice people, super sweet. They kind of reminded me of my parents. And so I was able to connect with them, make friends, see the property. Absolutely, it was totally mismarketed. It was very clear to me that with a little fine tuning and with what we do, we would get them what they wanted fairly quickly. Because everything that this other realtor had done was essentially horrible. Terrible pictures, terrible everything, right? So this was a layup. I mean, all I had to do was ask for the order, and it was mine. As we're sitting there, and they had we've already done the listing paperwork, they're canceled, it's all ready to go. A purchase contract came in. And so I found myself in a position that I've never found myself in before, which was being able to actually assist somebody in real time, representing the seller on a listing that wasn't mine, and help them get the best terms and best deal possible. And this is dealing with an agent who is, just not a very good agent. I'm not going to blow out their candle to make mine burn brighter, but I'll tell you, they're just not in my league. So it was cool. Well, so first and foremost, these sellers were super nice people, and they felt terrible. So like we were there for this consultation. You know, my shortest consultation for a listing presentation is maybe 20 minutes. My longest is probably 4 hours. I was with them for about 3 hours. And that was because I was able to stay for most of the process of negotiating this deal. But nonetheless, they were falling all over themselves. They're like, we don't want to waste your time. We feel like we owe you money. They wanted to make it right with me. And it was cool because I was like, look, with all due respect, I don't need your business. I value it. But I'm just here I happen to be here. This is a unique experience. Let me help you get the best deal possible, period. And so they did. They let me, I actually helped them negotiate this deal. And it went from being a lowball offer with terrible terms to a full price offer with exceptional terms for them. So it was a really cool experience. And so with that, they did go under contract. I hope it does actually close. But in connecting with them, I made new friends, and I had no expectations of anything at that point. I was just really happy to help them out. And in walking to the car, they were like, well, we've got other real estate that we're going to need to sell at some point. We'll definitely use you for that. So moral of the story here is, I know there's a younger version of me, or a more aggressive version of me, or a a less professional, less mature version of me that could have easily hijacked that transaction, sabotaged that deal, took the listing myself, got it under contract, and then made that commission. But that was not in the best interest of the client. And I was grateful to be in a position to do the right thing and help them. So I found doing the right thing always pays off. Hopefully that translates to you. And hopefully in the end of the day, that goodwill generated from that will translate into some more business for me. But if it doesn't, it's all good. It's my karmic gift to them. And it all comes out in the wash. So what's up, Jared? What's up, Scott? What's up, Nick? If you are out there on Facebook, please like, subscribe, ring the bell. Watch me over there on What's Up, Scott B in the house on YouTube, because we're looking to expand and grow that channel. Also help more people get better on the phones. All right, so that is my story. I'm sticking to it. There are 28 records to call for today. I should probably plug my phone in because it is in need of a charge. All right, so 28 records, 7 are going to be filtered out. They're in price points I don't really want to talk to. That leaves me 21 records to call. Yesterday, I got a call from somebody within my office who also makes phone calls, and they said, Chris, can you please stop calling these FSBOs because you're not giving anybody else a chance. They all remember you. And so I said, no, I will not do that. You need to change your pitch, or let me send you on appointments and we'll split the commission. All right, here we go.
Phone, please enter your PIN number.
Here we go to save the day. All right, so we've got a fiduciary responsibility to connect with these home sellers who have been out there on the market. They listed their home with an agent who's failed them, and we are going to offer them something of value and get them exactly what they want, which is their home sold and moved on to the next chapter of their life and more money than they ever thought possible. So let's roll. 21 records. And away we go. We got coffee. We got fizzy water. We missed breakfast, so I guess we're intermittent fasting. Hello.
Please leave your message for 64633155227.
If I don't know it's the homeowner, I do not leave a organic message. So as always, I'm using Vulcan 7 data. I'm uploading that into the Mojo dialer. I do that so I can crank through a list quickly. Sometimes it gets glitchy, which is what just happened over there. Oh, hello.
Yes, good morning. This is Kenny Charles Hassable.
Yep, you can let her in. Thank you. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. That's a real pro level move right there to switch over and take another phone call. Fortunately, it was voicemail, not an actual person, because that would not make me happy if I was on the other end. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. My records indicate that your property was canceled in the MLS. I was curious, how on earth did the property not sell?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I know exactly why. There are 3 reasons why properties don't sell, and I suspect you probably know all of them. The first one is price. The second is the condition of the property. And then third is the way the property was marketed. Now, it looks like you were on the market for about 215 days. Did you have any offers while you were listed?
Yeah.
Were they just not high enough?
Yeah, they just weren't high enough.
Okay. If it had sold, where are you going next?
What do you mean?
So do you live in the property?
No, I don't live in the property right now. I live up northern Florida now, up in central Florida.
Gotcha. Okay. So just so you know, I'm with Remax Direct. We've got 6 offices down here in South Florida. We've sold 15,000 homes since 2008. We're averaging 1 a day. Let me ask you, if you knew absolutely for certain that by doing business with me, 2 things would happen. 1, your home would sell. 2, you'd end up with significantly more money, bottom line, than you could get any other way. Now, I know that's a big promise, but would you at least want to hear more about it? Be honest.
Well, that's, everybody we spoke to said that same thing, So
Yeah,
one of
well,
those things where I know you can't 100% guarantee that. It's a crapshoot basically. So
yes.
And the problem is everybody that wants the house wants it for investment property. And Olympia is very strict on their HOA rules, and you have to live in the home before you can rent it. So that's one of our big problems right now, because everybody that's looking at it are investors, because it's a good neighborhood. Schools are right there, so everybody wants to buy it for rental property. But it's just the problem with it is HOA. You have to live in the home for 1 year before you can turn it into a rental.
Yeah, no, I understand that. So it sounds like what you really need to do is find the right buyer. Now, just so you know, we specialize in finding the one buyer on planet Earth willing to pay more than anybody else. Here's what I'd like to do if it meets with your approval. I'd like to run an analysis on the property as it relates to price, and I'd like to email that to you. What's your best email address? Got it. So I totally hear you. What's your best email address? Mm-hmm. At msn.com. Outstanding. And then is it possible to lay eyes on the property and see if it's something we believe we can get you multiple offers on and sell fast?
If you want to go over and take a look at it, you can.
Awesome. Okay. So is there any reason if when we go over there and you're 100% convinced we're the right fit for you, that you wouldn't be able to list it with us?
My wife, she's done with waiting and waiting. So she already spoke to the bank. She already filled out the deed in lieu paperwork. So, she's like, if somebody comes in with an offer, then the bank, because right now it's under a short sale.
Okay. All right.
And if the bank approves anything, then we'll let it ride. But if the deed in lieu comes back, then that's the way we're going to go. So.
Got it. All right. So hey, listen, I get it. Sounds like the bank's you're ready to give it over to the bank anyway with the deed in lieu. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. I totally respect that. Let me ask you, do you happen to know anybody else out there thinking about buying or selling real estate that I might be able to help?
God, I don't even know, to be honest with you.
All right. Well, I respect.
Off the top of my head, yeah.
Well, would it offend you if I texted you my contact information so that you have it? If there's ever anything in the world we can do to help, you know where to find me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Hey, listen, I appreciate your time. Have a great day.
You too, thanks.
All right. I will be right back. Somebody's at my door. Look, I'm on the phone. Can you open the door? Hello. Sorry. Good morning. All right. Okay, so that guy was a layup, however, comma, he's about to give his house over to the bank for a deed in lieu, which is a complete waste of my time. So I am going to go on to the next one. But if you'll notice, I did keep pushing through. He was very nice. He was very willing to give me information, but I got his email. I got permission to text him and email him. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing was canceled in the MLS. I was curious, how on earth did the property not sell?
How on earth?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe it was the agent that I don't have anymore.
Oof, sounds like
I don't know.
it sounds like your agent failed you. Who'd you
My
go
children
with?
hired someone else. Yeah,
Who'd you go with?
that's still for sale.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
not sure who my son hired. I was just going to read his email. He hired someone.
Oh, okay. So just so you know, I'm sure you're getting a lot of phone calls from realtors this morning. Am I right?
Yes, I am. You're the sixth one.
Oh, I was hoping to be number one in your heart. So just so you know, I appreciate that you may have hired somebody. I also believe that your true loyalty probably lies to your bottom line, not necessarily to any other individual. Just so you know, I'm with Remax Direct. We've got 6 offices down here in South Florida. We've sold 15,000 homes since 2008. We're averaging 1 a day. My claim to fame is I'm top 11 in the state of Florida. I get 98.2% of list, and I do that in 45 days. Is it possible to lay eyes on the property and see if it's something we believe we can get you multiple offers on and sell fast?
Not yet, because my children wanted to sell, and I want to stay. But they've already bought me a condo, so up north. So I have your name written down, and I have your company written down. And if things change, you'll be my first call.
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Let me ask you, when we do sell the property and get you more money than you ever thought possible, will you do an amazing testimonial and tell everybody what a great job we did?
Of course, I was in business my whole life.
I love
That's
it.
how you get known, sir. Right?
That is absolutely true. The more people that
You treat your customers right, and you're right.
yeah. Hey, would it offend you if I texted you my contact information so that you have it? If there's anything,
No, it would not offend me.
Awesome.
No, I'll write it down in my book once I get it. Not at all.
Super duper. Would it also be okay if I ran an analysis on the property as it relates to price and emailed that to you, just so that we're both fluent and speaking the same language as it relates to price?
Sure.
Okay. What's your best email address? Outstanding. I love it. Okay, very good. So just so there's no misunderstanding, what I'll do here is when we get off the phone, I'll text you my contact information. I'll send you an email, a little bit of background on myself and on your property. And if there's ever anything we can do to help, you know where to find us. All right?
All right, sir. Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Have a great one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
So again, maybe she hired somebody, maybe she didn't, maybe her kids are involved, maybe they aren't, I don't really know. But what I do want is permission to be able to text her, get her email address, add her to the top of the sales funnel. The more people, so this is the sales funnel, right? The more people that you're pouring into the top of the sales funnel, the more people that know you, like you, trust you, know that you're in the real estate business, the more your business grows and the more closings get spit out at the end of the day. So that's all we're looking to do here. You give me your contact information, and at some point I will close you. We are real estate professionals offering something, a high-level service of value. So we are not going to take any bullshit from anybody. Let's go. What's up, Rick? What's up, Candy? What's up, Scott? What's up, Jared? And to the 5 people that are watching on YouTube, I love you. Mwah! Give you a big fat kiss on the mouth. Mwah! Or on the cheek. Nah, on the mouth. Nah, maybe no kisses. Just a big hug. All right. We've already gotten too personal. Let's get back to work. Where's... Hello.
Please leave your message for.
I'll leave a message. I'll just crank through this list. So again, 21 records. We're just, hello. This is.
You're not available now. Please leave your.
Hello. This is.
Hello?
Hey, it's Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing was canceled in the MLS. I was curious. How on earth did the property not sell? She hung up. All right. So when they hang up on me, which they inevitably will do, I just call them right back. Why do I call them right back? Is it to harass them? No. Is it a pattern interrupt? Yes. Most people don't, so therefore I do. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. You just hung up on me real quick. It looks like you were on the market for 89 days. Did you have any offers while you were listed? Oh, no. All right. Hey, do you know anybody else out there thinking about buying or selling real estate that I might be able to help?
No, thank you.
No? Are you thinking about moving ever? Do you like long walks on the beach? Do you love to laugh? Me too. We've got so much in common. Let's go. All right. So that was the wrong number. So you will notice that in that wrong number that I called back, she talked more. So does that mean that I'm going to necessarily get business from that? No. But by continuing to push the envelope of the conversation, the more swings at bat I get, the more likely I am to connect. So
unavailable, please leave your name, telephone number, and a
So I guess really the thing to keep in mind is don't be afraid. The worst thing that's going to happen is they're going to hang up on you. Whoop-de-freaking do. The more reps you get, the more dials you get off, the more practice, the more pitches, the more that you're able to elocute, the better that you get. So I actually love getting hung up on. In fact, I don't even really start to get excited about these calls until somebody tells me no. The conversations don't even start until somebody says no. So the sooner I can get somebody to say no, the more likely I am to actually get some information. So whether that's the permission to text them, their email address, or eventually setting the appointment, it's all good. But get those reps in, because those reps they callous your mind, they get you ready for the next call, and do not allow anybody to absorb your energy, right? You are a real estate professional. You have a fiduciary responsibility to connect with these home sellers, to get them what they want. And that's it. So just very narrow vision.
Hello?
Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing was canceled in the MLS. I was curious, how on earth did the property not sell?
You guys have the wrong number.
Oh, all right. Hey, real quick in closing, do you have, oh man, if you blink, you sink. I was too slow. You guys, one time when I was cold calling for stock back in the day. And I called some guy who had been a previous investor, I guess, at another firm. Hello. A previous investor at another firm. And so I get on the phone and this guy's, I don't know, somewhere in the middle of the country.
The market group.
And so I get on the phone and I say, whatever my intro was. And he says, I heard you and your firm are in cahoots with the mafia. And I thought that was the funniest thing ever. We were never in cahoots with the mafia. However, there were lots of people that were. All of them went to jail. I was not one of them. Oh boy. All right. So this guy, Roger, I know I've spoken to before. One of the cool things about calling this data consistently for long periods of time is you start to recognize the names as they expire. Again. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property. That was the guy. All right. Roger, don't play this game with me. We've talked before. You listed with somebody else and you just canceled. So let's go. Today is your day, bro. It is Get Some Tuesday. So I spoke with another agent the other day, and hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing was canceled in the MLS. I was curious, how on earth did the property not sell?
It was only on the market for about 5 minutes before we decided that we needed to terminate our contract with the realtor.
Gotcha.
I just got a new realtor, and the house will be back on the market next week.
I love it. Outstanding. Now, did you hire them, or you're thinking about hiring them?
I hired them.
Okay, who'd you go with? Reach for the stars.
Renee and Chad are the owners. What was that?
I said reach for the stars. I never heard of them. But I'm sure you're in good hands. Let me ask you, do you have a cancellation clause with them?
I do.
So the reason here's why I asked that, and just follow my thinking here. Just so you know, I'm with Remax Direct. We've got 6 offices down here in South Florida. We've sold 15,000 homes since 2008. We're averaging 1 a day. My claim to fame is I'm top 11 in the state of Florida. I get 98.2% a list. I do that in an average of 45 days. But I believe that your true loyalty is not necessarily to any one person. It's to your bottom line. So let me ask you, if you knew absolutely for certain that by doing business with me, 2 things would happen. 1, your home will sell. 2, you'll end up with significantly more money, bottom line, than you could get any other way. Now, I know that's a big promise, but would you at least want to hear more about it? Be honest.
I would, but I promised these people that I would give them a chance. So I'm going to give them a week or 2 and see how it goes.
All right. So here's what I'd like to do in the interim, if it meets with your approval. I'd like to run an analysis on the property as it relates to price, and I'd like to email that to you. What's your best email address? Now, is Vicky Vicki? Got it. All right. And the number that I called you on is your cell phone?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So when we get off the phone, what I'm going to do is I will text you my contact information. If you would, please just save it in your phone. I know you're getting a ton of phone calls from other realtors. I want you to remember who I am. Additionally, I'll run an analysis as it relates to price on the property. I'll email that to you. Now, do you live in the home or no? Okay. Is it possible to lay eyes on the property and see if it's something we believe we can get you multiple offers on and sell fast?
Like I said, not yet.
Okay.
You know, I need to give these guys a couple weeks to see what they can do.
I can appreciate that. All right. So let me ask you, when the home does sell, where are you going next?
Somewhere in the area. I don't know yet.
Okay, cool. I got it. So just so you know, we are a full-time, full-service real estate team that works together to accomplish your real estate goal. We are experts at not only finding exactly what you want in terms of the next property, but more importantly, getting you the best price possible. So if that's something we can help with, obviously we would love to. But in the interim, I'm going to text you. I'll send you my email with the pricing analysis. And my final question is, when we do sell the property and get you more money than you ever thought possible, will you do an amazing testimonial and tell everybody what a great job we did?
Absolutely.
Outstanding. I love it. All right. You've been perfectly helpful. I'll look forward to talking to you soon. All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Quick question in closing. Would it offend you if I sent you a link to a Zoom conference call so I can show you exactly how we find the one buyer on planet Earth willing to pay more than anybody else?
It wouldn't, but like I said, let's give it a week or 2.
You got it. I will talk to you next Tuesday. All right.
All right.
All right. Have a great day.
All right. Bye.
Damn it. But I'm going to print. So first of all, she's going to give them a week to sell the home. That's realistic. But I'm going to print this lead sheet because if there's one thing I know I can talk her into doing is listing with me. All right. So So if you'll notice on that one, I went for the, what's up, Chris? What's up, Jamie? So what I did on that one was I was letting her off the phone with basically an ambiguous, I'll get back to you in the future, which means nothing to anybody. It's just bullshit. But I wanted to see if I could pivot that into a Zoom conference call. I was not able to get her to do that, but I got her email, I got her text message, or I got the ability to text her, and I would be shocked if I'm not able to convert her into a listing. And then also she needs a place to buy, so a double whammy. And I never heard of whoever it is that she hired. So there's an old saying. There's an old saying in the business that a lot of people don't like to share, and it's, "You can kiss my ass." All right, let's go. All right, this is my boy Roger, who I've talked to in the past. I'm almost positive this is the guy who called me. Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your... Come on, Roger. You called me a week ago, and now you're playing hard to get. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, Roger. I said, where's my bullhorn when I need it? My bullhorn with no back. You stop, Roger.
Forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 5617168.
I'm not in the business of leaving messages to people that aren't the home sellers. All right. And now I think we're getting close to the best part of this list, which is the FSBO. So here we go. Now it's prime time. Let me get a fresh sheet of paper.
Hello.
Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. My records indicate that your home is for sale by owner. Is that true?
My call is what?
Sorry?
What you said your call is what?
Oh, I record my calls for training purposes. My records indicate... Yeah, no, is your home for sale by owner? Is that true?
I don't like my calls to be recorded.
Oh, okay. Then we'll talk later, okay? That's the second person in 3 weeks. Was it 3 weeks or 2 weeks? That has said that. But they opted out, so it's all good. I had a real limiting belief that saying that was going to disrupt my conversion rate, and the reality of it is that's not true.
Hello.
Hello, this is Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property listing was canceled in the MLS. I was curious, how on earth did the property not sell?
Can you stop calling my phone?
Yeah, sure. Are you thinking about moving ever?
No.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you being so honest with me. Do you happen to know anybody else out there thinking about buying or selling real estate that I might be able to help?
No.
No? All right. Sounds like you're getting a lot of phone calls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like maybe you're getting a little bit annoyed with it.
Okay, bye.
Sounds like you're going to hang up. Sounds like you're not there anymore. All right. Sounds like I got the wrong number. What's up, Melissa? If you would be kind enough to click the link, ring the bell. Hello. Hey, it's Chris Igoe with Remax. I record my calls for training purposes. I noticed your property is for sale by owner. Is that true? All right. We are down to the last record of the triple-headed monster. I may have to do a pass of these without announcing that I'm recording my calls for training purposes. All right, John. I got my money on you. This is the last record of the day. Let's roll. like, subscribe, ring the bell. Join me on YouTube. Like, subscribe, ring.
Hi, this is Jim Tyler. Hope you're having a great day. Please leave a message at this time, and I'll get back to you just as soon as possible. Thank you for calling. Bye now.
Your calling session is now complete.
That was not the homeowner. All right, so bump, 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 bump. So that was it. That was the triple-headed monster. That was the first pass. That was the daily expireds, the canceleds, the FSBOs. We got a big fat goose egg. We got 0 appointments. We did get a couple leads to add to the top of the sales funnel, which of course means our business is growing. We are lead generating. We're putting them in the top of the sales funnel. We're getting more people every day to know us, like us, trust us, know that we're in the real estate space, and our business will continue to grow. So that's the name of the game. That's setting up momentum. And the more momentum you create, the bigger your business will grow, and the tidal waves of success will crash on you, and you'll wonder how in the hell did this happen in the first place. So let's just analyze what today's numbers, today's dialing session looked like from a numbers perspective. So there were 28 records. That translated into 44 dials, 9 contacts. A contact is defined as somebody who answers the phone, says hello. And then I believe we got like 2 leads out of that. So that's it, right? So go out there, win the day. And as always, if you or anyone you know is even thinking about moving to South Florida, then please send them our way. We are constantly helping buyers from around the country and around the world buy homes here in South Florida. So we service all of South Florida, from Jupiter all the way down to Miami, everything in between, Broward, Palm Beach, Dade County, you name it, we service it. Boynton, Boca, Parkland, Coral Springs, everywhere in South Florida. And we would love to help. We'd love to pay you a FAT referral and get your clients exactly what they want and get them the best deal possible. So if you have any other questions, anything I can do to help, you know where to find me. Go out there, get some, win the day, win the week, win the year, win your life. Get some.